It's finally time for 100 days as Flash. We jumped into this brand new world and I tested out my speed, which was not good. I could barely kill that chicken. Okay, we're not Flash yet. We've a long way to go before we truly become the Flash in Minecraft. Okay, so it's a brand new world, 100 days, I do what everyone does. Punch a tree, make some sticks, make some tools. I then went ahead, did some mining to get myself some cobblestone so I could make a furnace and of course make myself some upgraded tools. Stone tool. Alright, now that I've got the upgraded tools, it's time to go axe a tree. No, not punch it, axe it. Anyway, I went ahead and found myself a little village, which was nice. It was right beside the spawn, and I actually got myself an iron sword, an iron pickaxe, some iron, and a saddle. Anyway, I then found myself some bookshelves, so I destroyed them and took the books. Then I killed some chickens. It was a lot easier this time because I had a blade. That's a sheep's butt. Yeah, that should have been censored. Okay, anyway, I ate some garlic. What? Why am I showing you this? Why is there garlic in the game? Okay, anyway, I made a bed and then confiscated this little house. It is now mine. I'm not a thief, I'm just a borrower. That was day one. Alright, so straight into day 2, we started mining. Wait, it's very dark in here. Okay, that's better. We wanted to get as much resources as we could because we are going to need a lot if we are going to go ahead and make the machines needed to become Flash. We've got to get his superhero abilities and we've got to make his suit, so we have a long way to go and a lot of grinding. I finished off this day by making steps. Look at those steps and that door. Ooh, my house is becoming a home. Look at me. Anyway, I made myself some iron armor. Not a full set, not just yet. I mean, it takes a while, people. Take it easy. There you go. Now I'm making the helmet. A few minutes later, I made the little booties. Now I've got a full set. Yeah, look at me. Anyway, the sun was going down, and just like that, day 2 was over. Which means day 3 is here. I ran out on day 3 and decided to slay myself some zombies because they were going after my beloved villagers. I had to save them at all costs. Anyway, I then decided to make myself a little sugarcane farm. I went traveling for the rest of that day and actually found another village. And in that other village, I found this. Oh my days, it was a superhero suit machine. These things are impossible to craft, so the fact that I found one is absolutely epic. I love this server. I grabbed it and the energy source and I was super happy. I knew that was after saving me a crazy amount of time. Anyway, in my travels, I found a spawner, so I decided to kind of make a little spawner area. Yeah, basically I was going to be able to come back here and kill myself some zombies pretty easily for some good XP. I got back home the next day, put away my suit making machine and also the energy generator. I then decided I needed to, well, upgrade this little area. I was going to call this home, so I had to make it a little bit better. And as you can see, I made it epic. I have a farm inside my house. Oh, nothing gets more epic than that. And then I went to bed. Day 6 through 10 started off with some sand mining. Well, shoveling. I don't know what you call this. Basically, I was digging up sand so I could make some glass, so I could make some windows for my beautiful little home. You gotta take pride in your work, ladies and gentlemen, and I was taking pride in this place. I mean, look how the moonlight is glimmering true into this beautiful little oasis I call home. Okay, I'll stop that now. Anyway, I mined up the rest of my sugar cane because I needed the sugar cane so I could get paper. Anyway, I made a roof on this beautiful home. It was starting to look good. Haha, then I used the paper to get an emerald. Everything is for a reason, people. Everything is for a reason. Anyway, I spent the next couple of days just making sure that my house was almost finished. I put down the suit making machine and of course the energy source too. I finished off the roof and I was super happy with how this place was actually turning out, especially the little farm. You guys see my potatoes? So there was enough time spent on making my house a home. It was now actually time to get grinding out on this whole mining situation. Yes, I did do a little bit at the start, but it was nothing compared to what we were going to have to do. I had to mine for days, people. Anyway, I eventually found myself some diamonds, which was nice, and I've also got some vein mining and all of the vanilla ore, so it makes it a little bit easier. We kept on going, we found a lot of resources, and eventually we did go ahead and find this lightning ore. Basically, it gives you these lightning ingots which charge up the energy source to charge the suit making machine. A nice little find to finish off these few days of absolutely working our butts off. Okay, day 16 started off with a bang. Yep, that's a creeper exploding right beside all of my furnaces where I was smelting all of the ores that I had just mined. Oh my days, I hate creepers so much. But luckily, we didn't take much damage and I was able to salvage pretty much everything. The rest of that day, I got my ores organized and also did a little bit of farming. Ho ho, potatoes! Woohoo! I absolutely love spuds. Okay, no more jokes about being Irish and loving potatoes, but I do. Alright, so it was on day 17 when I decided we need to put all of this hard work to use. We needed to go ahead and make ourselves a mini particle accelerator. This is the machine that is going to give us the abilities of the Flash. And yes, the crafting recipe is impossible. There is so many things that we need, but we got to work. We needed these titanium plates. We needed copper, we needed tin. We needed all sorts of things, but I finally got my hands on one of the pieces. It took me a lot of time and a lot of resources, and then I realized that I needed 5 of them. I needed other things. I needed like a crazy amount of stuff, so I got a little bit overwhelmed and decided to start focusing on something else for a minute. Okay, guys, it happens sometimes. Sometimes you've got a huge task in front of you and you just need to take a break. So I decided to go off and make sure that I was able to get myself a little enchanting room. So first thing I needed to do was get myself some paper. I had already got the letter. I now made the books and then turned it into bookshelves. I now had my little enchanting room. But I needed an enchanting table. So I went down and decided to mine myself some obsidian. And thankfully I had vein mining, so this was super quick. Boom. Check it out. Haha. You gotta love that. Alright, so my side project was complete. I now had a little enchanting room, which I was super happy about. But I did have to get back to making the particle accelerator. I finished off a few days by upgrading the house with some iron doors. Alright, so day 24 started off with some mining because we needed more materials so we could make that machine. My goodness, it needed some crazy amounts of stuff, but it was okay because we were just gonna grind out and make sure we got it. We almost got killed by a creeper in the meantime. Okay, I mean, we do have to do a lot of work if we want to truly become Flash, defeat all his enemies, and make sure that the Minecraft Multiverse is safe. This is what we've got to do, people. And as you can see, I spent days upon days doing it. Finally, I got back home and it was time to start making some of the components. I made some redstone torches, some redstone repeaters. I also made these little computer chip things. Yeah, electronics. I mean, it makes sense. Everything has electronics in it. Computer chips make the world go round. And I also made myself a little anvil, but then it was time to get over to my new enchanting area to enchant my pickaxe. And check it out. Efficiency, unbreaking, and fortune. Ooh, that is a bad boy. I was super happy with that. It was time to get myself a diamond sword. I wanted to use the diamonds that I just mined. I mean, you gotta put them to use, people. Then we went ahead and made some more of these plates. They take a lot of resources, but we needed a lot of them. So it was a pretty successful week. I was happy. Time for bed. Good morning, Minecraft. It was day 30 and it was a big day. We started off by making these little tube pieces, the particle accelerator proton tube things. That's not what they're called, but yeah, you guys get it. I used the electronics to make some high-tech electronics, went in with some other stuff to make this electronic repeater and just a normal dispenser. Went in with the other particle things and boom, there it was, the mini particle accelerator. This machine was going to be the thing that turned me into the Flash. I placed it down inside but was scared of what this thing was capable of, so I didn't want to blow up my house, so I decided to bring it outside. And then before I knew it, I got trapped. I was in it. It was happening. Something was happening. I didn't know what it was, but it was happening. I think I'm about to become Flash. Yep, my body started electrifying. I mean, look at it. Red electrifying bolts coursing through my veins and boom! I was down to half a heart. It almost killed me. The machine that we spent so long developing and making was gone. But I think I now had superpowers. I wasn't quite sure how to run fast straight away, but all I knew was that I could jump super high. Okay, it was day 31 and I was finally the Flash. Well, no, I wasn't. I hadn't got his suit and I wasn't really sure how to use his powers, so that's what I had to do next. I had to get into the superhero suit making machine and check out what I needed to create the Flash's suit. Turns out I need a lot of stuff. I need red gems, I need well, stained leather. I need this crazy wool fabric stuff. And yeah, it was going to be a little bit of a process once more, so I got to work. First thing I did was create a little pen for some sheep. And then I got the sheep to follow me over because I had delicious wheat. Now I had a sheep farm. Oh, check it out. I sheared some sheep. Say that really fast loads of times. And I also got myself some of these red flowers so I could make red dye to in turn make some red wool. Okay, so it had started. I was getting the materials that I needed to create the Flash suit. I was gonna have to find a lot more stuff, but it was gonna happen. So I enchanted my sword and actually figured out how to get the Flash's super speed. Woohoo! Check it out! And off I went. I was able to traverse the plains of this desert super fast and super easily. So that's what I did. I traveled around for a while until I found this. Hidden within the sand was an ancient temple. So I went down to see if I could find any goodies. And goodies I did find. Oh, check this out. The first thing I found was the blueprint of the Flash suit that is in the TV show. I am going to become Barry Allen. Oh, I'm so happy right now. I also found some enchanting books and a lot of string. I was super happy with that because string was something that I needed, so this was an easy way to get it. I then found another blueprint, this time Reverse Flash. Wasn't sure if I wanted to become the evil version of Flash, so I decided to just bounce on. Oh yeah, and then I discovered I could walk on water. I'm some sort of a god. Anyway, then I found the red gem. Oh, this was a nice find because these things are super hard to acquire. Anyway, I found a couple of other gems as well that contain tokens. These tokens are going to give me enough points to be able to go ahead and actually craft this suit. I then found another ancient rune with some more blueprints and some more enchanted books. Oh yeah, and more string. This was a great couple of days. I was finding all the stuff that I needed to complete this suit. Man, I was feeling good, but it was late. I was kind of getting freaked out because I do only have iron armor, so I decided to just power on, run home, and get some sleepy time. Like I was saying, I wasn't really happy with my iron armor. I thought I was a little bit vulnerable, so I decided to make myself some diamond armor because I knew I wasn't going to be able to get this Flash suit super easily. So I got to work. I started off by making some of the red fabric and some of the white fabric, then I headed back over to the machine to see exactly what I needed. Turns out I needed a lot more of that fabric, and I also needed some of this yellow leather as well. But the main component that I was going to need was the lightning ingots. These things charge the power unit, but they also are part of making the Flash's suit. Makes sense, a lot of energy is needed, but it was going to be pretty difficult. Ingots are hard enough to come by. I had to find 3 full blocks. Okay, so next day I headed out to see if I could go find a little cave system or a ravine, and I did just that. So I jumped straight in, and I also realized that I had no fall damage now that I had the Flash's powers, which was pretty cool. I ended up finding a lot of the lightning ore, which was pretty awesome. Also, my pickaxe had some epic enchantments on it, so it was yielding a lot more ingots, and I got this done a lot quicker than I actually thought. I headed back home and realized that, hey, I just got enough ingots to make a crazy amount of blocks, so I was super happy. I was actually gonna do it. We were gonna get our hands on that suit. The time was here, it was day 40, and I went straight in with these blocks, and I was able to go ahead and craft the Flash logo. I now had everything, but realized that my token balance was too low. Basically, I didn't have enough hero XP. Are you kidding me? We have been working so hard to get to this moment. But we've got to get some more skill points. So that means killing a lot more mobs. So I decided to go ahead and upgrade the armor that I had and went back to the spawner with my diamond armor and my enchanted diamond sword and proceeded to kill zombies for literally days. I did this for so long, but hey, whatever, it had to be done. And then on my travels, I went back to the location where I had found the gems originally, and I found some more. That gave me enough points, tokens, to get back and actually craft this thing. I had everything I needed. All the materials, all the tokens. It was time. Boom! boom! Cue the epic music. We had done it. We are now officially the Flash in the Minecraft Multiverse. Look how good we look. Oh yes, the effects on this are awesome. And I was breezing through this terrain like it was nothing. I was so fast. But I knew that I could get faster, which was the scary thing. I spent a couple of days just messing around, having some epic fun, but then I remembered I had all of the blueprints for the cooler and better suits. So I went /blueprint and learned these things and headed back over to the machine just to see what I had got. I got a couple of cool ones, but the one I really wanted was the Barry Allen version from the TV show. And lo and behold, it was there. This thing is absolutely sick, so I converted straight away. And man, I was looking so good. Yes, we were over 40 days in, but I look awesome. Alright, so on to day 47, and it was time to turn our attention to the portable modular device. This was a little handheld device that basically was going to let us look at our rank, upgrade our rank, and unlock more of the Flash's superpowers. So I got to it. I needed a lot of different materials for this, but thankfully I had most of them already, so it was just a matter of putting them all together and getting this little device. It took me a while, but I did it, and I now had it in hand. So I opened it up to check out the little situation, and basically we were on rank 1. We could get all the way to rank 6 by basically killing more mobs and getting more XP. Skill points, if you will. So that was the next task. I needed to unlock all the Flash's abilities.
I am Saboteur, God of Speed. I have been sent here to destroy the Flash, and destroy him I will.
Okay, so it looks as if somebody knows that I have just turned into the Flash. That was Saboteur, and that is my first villain that I am going to have to defeat. But that's probably gonna come at a later stage, because right now I have to deal with a portal from the Nether which contains a crazy amount of these demon piggies. Yep, I start battling these guys and realize it was probably a good opportunity to go ahead and get more skill points and level up my rank. I was using my sword at the start, but realized it wasn't doing that much damage. I think I was going to have to basically rely on all of my Flash superpowers. So I was able to unlock one more and keep on grinding out. I did take a lot of damage to my suit though, so I decided it was time for me to go ahead and make this suit repairing machine. I spent way too long getting this suit for it to break, so I had to grind out once more, get myself a lot of emeralds so I could go ahead and make that machine. The best way I felt was to trade with the villagers. This is 1.7.10, so I mean it is an old system, so I did have to grind out for a long time to get enough emeralds to basically make the blocks so I could go ahead and make this machine. It was going to be imperative. Anytime I took a little bit of damage, I was going to repair the suit because I could not risk this thing breaking. Can you imagine? I would have to basically start all over again. So I got all the components that I need. Starting off with electronics, I had to go ahead then and turn them into high-tech electronics. I had to get my blocks of emeralds, some tin, an aluminium plate I think it was. I had to use my anvil and some other components, but eventually I got the suit repairing machine. I had to charge up the energy source with some lightning ingots once more, but then I was able to get in, press that repair button straight away and get my suit back to 100%. Oh yes, that was a good feeling. It was a long couple of days, so I got some rest that night, but getting into the next day straight away, I wanted to go ahead and make myself a nether portal. I had to get in there basically to kill myself some nether creatures to get my skill points up. As you can see, I made my portal a little bit nicer. And then I went down into the caves and decided to take the easy route and just take out some zombies. Because of that, I was able to rank up to level 2 with my skill points, and I unlocked a new ability. It was this arm vortex thing. Pretty cool. Alright, so so it was now day 56, and the next 2 weeks of this 100-day journey were absolutely insane. We got into the Nether because remember, we do need more skill points to unlock all of the Flash's abilities. He has some crazy cool superhero moves, so we have to make sure that we get all of them, because something tells me we are going to have some crazy boss battles at the end of this 100 days. Anyway, I found some fortresses, started collecting up some of the stuff that I thought I may have needed, and then I started taking out all of these crazy piggies. It worked out pretty well because I was taking them out easily, but then I got back home and yeah, there was a zombie horde waiting for me, and I'm gonna be honest, I kind of ran away like a little sissy girl at the start because I was afraid. There was a lot of them. But then I remembered, hold on, I'm the Flash. I got in there, start using my speed abilities, and start taking these guys out with ease. It was awesome. I was ranking up, unlocking new powers, and shredding every mob that was in my way. I was having so much fun. I just kept on doing it, night after night, day after day, taking out mobs, leveling up, getting my skill levels increased so I could unlock more and more of these powers. Yes, it was grinding technically, and yes, it was taking a bit of time, but let's be honest, look how much fun this is. Oh dude, they couldn't hurt me if they tried. Okay, my suit did take a little bit of damage, but remember, I have the suit repairing machine, so anytime I needed to, I just headed back home, repaired it, and I was good to go again. As you can see, I was out taking out giant zombies and everything. Every mob was just falling at the hands of the Flash. Ooh, I was feeling super good, super powerful, and I wasn't afraid of anything. I then got my rank up to 6 and unlocked every ability there was to unlock. I was so fast, I ended up opening up a portal. Yeah, I'd never seen this before, and I went in, didn't really know what was happening, but I think I was traveling to a different multiverse. I kind of panicked, I jumped straight out, and thankfully I landed back down where I went in. That was kind of worrying, and honestly, I think opening that portal basically gave away my location. I now had to worry about Saboteur.
Fool, you give away your location, and it's now time for you to perish. Saboteur, God of Speed, is the only true speedster. You will fall at my hands.
Yeah, so I was right. A lot of energy was used to open up that portal, and basically I gave away my location. Saboteur was here, and it was me versus him. But I was feeling pretty confident. I had unlocked all of the superpowers, and yeah, I was absolutely insanely fast. I mean, he calls himself the God of Speed, but I'm pretty sure I was faster than him. I was using all my moves, and he actually couldn't get that close to me. I don't know, was this a weaker Saboteur than usual, but I wasn't really finding this hard. I mean, yeah, this is definitely one of the strongest mobs I've ever had to take on, but I was super powerful and I was able to take him out. Check this out. I dealt the final blow.
Ah, you haven't seen the last of me.
Yeah, he did say that wasn't the last I was gonna see of him though, so I realized the fight wasn't over. I did get a blueprint for Zoom's suit as well, which I thought was kind of weird, so I decided to make myself a suitcase. Not a suitcase you bring to work, but that one. And also, he dropped a flash ring. I took off my suit and basically tried to use the ring, but nothing really happened, so I just stored it here. Alright, so it was day 73 and I decided to go back into the Nether once more because there was a couple of things that I wanted to get. First off though, I realized I did have a new move that I haven't tested out yet. Basically, this allowed me to go so fast that it almost slowed down time. It was crazy. I was able to flank the piggies, dealing fatal blows behind them, and it was so satisfying. I also realized I had this phase ability. It vibrates me so much that I'm able to go through any walls, any block. It is crazy. I was so powerful, pretty much unstoppable. I was able to take out these blazes with ease, and because I have looting on my sword, I was getting so many blaze rods. It's exactly what I came in here for, and of course some wither skeleton skulls. I then had a fight with this guy. But to be honest, it didn't go as well as the other fights, but I was able to take him out with another one of my epic moves. This blast was insanely powerful, and I destroyed that dude. Woo, man, I was feeling good. I eventually took out a couple more wither skeletons and grabbed their skulls, and I got some soul sand as well. Basically, I wanted to summon the wither boss so I could get the nether star so I could make myself a beacon for some extra power if any other bosses showed up beside my home. And speaking of home, when I got back to it, this was here. It seemed like it was Zoom's superhero suit. Now, this was a little bit sketchy. I repaired mine and went over for a look. I mean, if I put this thing on, am I going to turn evil? I wasn't really sure, but I risked it. I got in, and I've got to be honest, I started to feel a little bit weird. I had this kind of weird power, this weird sense that I didn't want to be the Flash anymore. I kind of ran around for a while and tested out a few of this guy's powers, and I've got to be honest, he was super powerful. But I knew it didn't feel right. I put it back, there was something weird about it, and I just wanted to make sure that I stayed as the Flash. Anyway, I ignored that whole weird situation and start mining. I got down to bedrock level. Basically, this is where I was going to summon in the wither boss. If it was down low enough, he wouldn't be able to escape, and it would be a lot easier for me to take him out. So I put down the soul sand, placed the wither skeleton skulls on top, and the battle was on. I couldn't get through this little doorway for a while, it was embarrassing. But anyway, he spawned in, and I've got to be honest, guys, this was the easiest battle of my life. You have no idea. I usually hate taking on this boss because he is so annoying. But I literally took him out in seconds. Oh man, I am so powerful. There it was, the star waiting for me after one of the easiest battles I have ever taken on. Ooh. And it was also super easy to get out of here as well. I can run up walls. Man, I love this guy. I love him so much. Alright, it was day 85. Only 15 days left, and I was just doing some normal things. I made a beacon, I turned my ingots into some solid blocks, and decided to put it down on my roof. Yep, this thing was looking cool, but I mean, did I really need it? I was the Flash, and I pretty much completed everything that I wanted to complete. Apart from take on the Ender Dragon. Okay, so that was going to be my next task. So I went out in the nights following to try and hunt down some Endermen. These dudes are super annoying, but I was able to use my special abilities to slow down time and take them out easily. Eventually dropping enough ender pearls for me to go ahead and grab them and turn them into Eyes of Ender. This usually takes me forever, but this time I got it done pretty quickly. Now that I had the Eyes of Ender, it was time to go in search for the stronghold. Again, this usually takes me forever, but this time I did it a little bit quicker. It still took me a bit of time, people. Anyway, we ran across the ocean like it was nothing, and eventually threw out an Eye of Ender. It went straight down, and I had found the location. We burrowed down with our epic pickaxe, and eventually we got to where we needed to be, but of course, I only had 10 pearls left, and I needed 11. Every time, ladies and gentlemen, every time. Anyway, I put the pearls I had down, got rid of this weird little mushroom, and went out to try find another Enderman. I did, and he died. See you later, bro. Thanks for the pearls. I grabbed those pearls, headed back in, and just like that, I was in the end. It was the Flash versus the Ender Dragon, and I've got to be honest, people, he did not stand a chance. I was able to run up the side of the towers, take out the crystals, and not take any damage at all. I love using a bow, so I took out most of the crystals with the bow. I mean, the dragon wasn't happy and he tried to take me out, but my armor is so good. I got off some absolutely epic shots with the bow because I didn't have to worry about the dragon hitting me at all. Woo! I'm so powerful. Honestly, I kind of teased this dude. He was flying around, he wouldn't come down, but I was just shooting shots at him using my vortex wind loop to try and course him down to the ground where I could get my shots off. And that's what I did. I used my slow down ability, I can't remember the name of it, but basically anytime he flew down, I slowed down time and got in some absolutely awesome shots. This fight was going all my way. He came down one last time and I got off 3 blows in quick succession and it was done. The Ender Dragon was defeated. I completed my craft as the Flash, and dude, did this look insanely cool in slow motion. Oh, yes! See you later, bro, and thanks for that delicious XP. Ooh, I gobbled up the XP, feeling good, and took my reward. That reward being a dragon egg. I've got a lot of these now. I've got to be honest, I probably have about 100 dragon eggs. I'm not bragging or anything, but yeah, I mean, they don't really do it for me anymore. Hooray, I've got an egg. Look at me. Yay. Okay, so yes, I was pretty smug there, but that all changed when this happened. Yep, that's Godspeed. Somehow, he used a multiverse portal to come to the end to try and battle me, to take me out, to finish me before I got to the 100 days. I couldn't believe it, the battle was on. And it was a tough one. This guy was super strong. My normal attacks weren't doing much, so I had to use all of my special moves, all of my special abilities, and again the move that slows down time worked a treat. I was able to get in close and take out Godspeed. Oh, yes, let's go! Dude, I didn't think I was going to be able to take out Saboteur and Godspeed, but I did it. He also dropped something pretty cool. He dropped a reverse flash logo and another blueprint. I wasn't really sure what these were, but I decided it was time to get back home and check it out. So there you have it, straight through the portal, we finished Minecraft, but we still had a couple of days to go. Yep, we sure did, and it was day 93. I started off by putting my Ender Dragon egg on top of my beacon. I have no idea why, but hey, I learned the blueprint that we had just gotten for defeating Godspeed, and it turns out it was a brand new Flash costume. Guys, if you know what this one is from, let me know down in the comments below, because I wasn't sure, but all I knew was that I looked absolutely epic. I also learned this recipe for the reverse flash ring. I don't know what possessed me to do this, but basically I was kind of afraid of it, so I opened up a portal and tossed the ring in. I didn't want anything to do with that thing. I messed around for a couple of days, had some fun, but yeah, I kind of wanted to see where that ring went. So on day 100, I opened up another portal and decided to just jump on through. I wanted to see where the reverse flash ring had gone to, and I was guessing a portal to the multiverse might have the answers. So I jumped through and ran for a long time and ended up falling out of the sky here. I was in some sort of a Minecraft city. And what in the world? Godspeed, Saboteur, and Zoom were all there waiting for me. It was a triple boss battle. Okay, I knew day 100 was gonna be crazy, but not this crazy. Look at the size of Saboteur. He's insanely huge. He's different. This is obviously a different multiverse. This is insane. The battle commenced and it was me versus 3 of my arch enemies. I could not believe it, but I was powerful. I was fast and I was using all my special abilities to take out these guys one by one. And that's what I did. Saboteur was first to go. Woohoo, get out of my game, bro. Then it was the time of Godspeed. Oh, and don't forget Zoom. I was destroying these fools one by one, showing that I was the fastest man alive, the greatest speedster there is. And then I got a weird feeling. I wasn't really sure what was happening, but I teleported to a different area because a multiverse portal opened once more, and it was Reverse Flash. I couldn't believe it. This was it. It was me, the Flash, versus me, the Reverse Flash. This was gonna be insane. We just ran towards each other. What was gonna happen? Yeah!